Algebra 1 students, in this video today we will be looking at word problems from Chapter 1. Now listen carefully, there will be two parts to these word problems. So this is the first video, there will be another video, okay, two parts. Your heading for today is Chapter 1 Word Problems Part 1. Be sure and copy that in your notes, and be sure and include today's date, okay? Copy this down, Chapter 1 Word Problems Part 1, and be sure and include today's date. Now first, I want to point out that sometimes I do go over some word problems as we go throughout the chapter. For example, think back to lesson 1.1 when I taught that lesson. I included word problems in that homework assignment from that lesson, okay? I did this because the word problems were simple and required no teaching, okay? So understand, this will happen sometimes. However, however, most of the time I will cover most of the word problems at the end of a chapter once we have learned all of the basic math from that chapter. So what we have done so far from chapter 1 is we have covered all of the basic math. We have learned everything that we need to learn, and now we're going to apply that to some word problems. Like most word problems, there will be some challenging problems in your homework. There'll be some easy ones, but there will be some challenging ones also. Now in today's video, I only give you two examples, so this teaching video itself will not be that long. Most of your learning will come from doing the homework, so use the help video to help you when you're confused, okay? Alright, let's jump right into this. Now here's the problem that we're going to solve. I would encourage you students to not copy this problem down, nor to copy this diagram, this picture. That'll take too much time. You have the textbook, so if I were you, I would just write in your notes, page 11, example 6, and then turn in your books to page 11, okay? So I would copy this in your notes, page 11, example 6, so that you know where the word problem came from. And then you can follow along while you are looking at the problem there in your book, okay? However, if you choose to copy this down, that's up to you, that's fine. I just think it takes too much time to do that, alright? So here we go. We have an aquarium. It's a cube, a perfect cube, which means the length and the width and the height are all the same, okay? 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. So we have a cube, okay? They ask us to find the volume. Now on a test or a quiz, I would tell you the formula that you would need to know, okay? How do you find the formula of a cube? Well, there's two different ways. You can look at it as the length times the width times the height, which is fine, okay? Or, since all of these are the same, the length, the width, and the height are all the same, you could just call each of these a side. Here's a side, here's a side, and here's a side. So 3 S's. You could say another way to find the volume of a cube is side times side times side, or in other words, S to the 3rd power. So I don't care which one you use, okay? You'll get the same answer either way. If you use this formula, you would have 2.5 times 2.5 times 2.5. Or over here you would have 2.5 to the 3rd power, which is the same thing as 2.5 times 2.5 times 2.5, okay? Now remember, on your word problems, you're allowed to use calculators, okay? So with your calculator, type this into your calculator, and you'll get out a volume of 15.625. Now hold on a second, okay? Hold on a second. Area is always square measurements, like square feet, square yards, square meters. Volume is volume is always cubic. So we say cubic feet, cubic meters, cubic inches, whatever. Now in this case we're dealing with feet. So my answer is 15.625. cubic feet. Okay? Another way to write that would be 15.625, and then some people put feet cubed, which means cubic feet. That's also acceptable, no problem there. Okay? Now, moving on to part B. Okay? Part B, it says, how many gallons of water will a cubic aquarium hold? So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to convert cubic feet over to what? Gallons. Okay? Now, how many cubic feet do we have? Remember, we just found that out. 15.625. So in order to solve this problem, we need a conversion factor. And here it is. Look at this. See it? Look at that. 1 cubic foot equals or holds 7.48 gallons. That easy. So think about it, guys. If 1 cubic foot equals this many gallons, I have more than 1 cubic foot. I have this many cubic feet, okay? So for every cubic foot, it's 7.48 gallons. So I'm going to take this times 7.48. Okay, because think about it. 1 cubic foot equals 7.48. I have 15 cubic feet. So 15.625 times 7.48. Be sure and use your calculators to save you time. And you're going to get 116.875 gallons. And there you go. So, what did we learn here? Well, we're just learning how to take our basic skills that we learned in chapter 1 about substituting a value in, like we had volume equals side cubed. So we made a substitution, 2.5, and then we solved. So we're just kind of learning to take that math where you make a substitution and then solve and apply it to word problems. Okay? Pretty simple. Alright, one more problem and I will turn you guys loose on your homework. Okay, students, one more problem. Page 28, number 66. So once again, it's your decision. You're welcome to copy this problem in your notes, which I think is kind of a waste of time, but it's up to you. It's fine if you do that. Or you can simply write in your notes, page 28, number 66. Okay, that's fine also, whatever you choose. Okay, so go ahead and turn your books to page 28, and let's take a look at number 66. You're playing a new computer game, alright? For every 8 screens that you complete, you receive a bonus. You want to know how many bonuses you will receive after 96 screens. So you write this equation right here to model the situation. Here we go. So 8. Now you guys know that 8x means 8 times x. So 8 times x equals 96. Alright, now let's stop and think this through. What does the 8 and the x and the 96 represent? Alright, let's go really slow here. First of all, we know what 96 stands for right here. You're completing 96 screens. Okay, so 96 stands for number of screens that you've completed. Okay? That's pretty simple. Also, 8 should be pretty simple too. For every 8 screens you complete, you receive a bonus. So this is the number of screens needed for a what? For a bonus. Okay? There we go. Alright. Now let's think this through. Enter trust me, students, this is gonna take a second for you to understand. Okay, now watch this. I have 8 times a number equals 96, right? Okay, watch this carefully. If I have 8 times 1 equals 8, okay, now think about that. 8's my number of screens needed for a bonus. Times 1 gives me 8 completed screens. Well, this right here, think about it, is my bonus. Okay, let's say I have 8 times 2. That's right, think about it. That's how many screens I need for a bonus. Times 2, I have 2 bonuses, gives me 16, that's right. If I have 2 bonuses, I will have completed how many screens? 16, right? Every 8 screens, you get a bonus, okay? How about 8 times 3? That's 24, right? Sure it is. So, these numbers here are my bonuses, okay? Think about it. 8 screens times 3 bonuses, that means 24 completed screens. So that means my X right here is my number. X stands for my number of bonuses. Okay? That's what X stands for. I mean, think about it. Every time you get a bonus, multiply it by 8, right? If you have 4 bonuses, that means you completed 32 screens, because every 8 screens is a bonus. So 8 times 4 is 32. Okay? So 8 stands for the number of screens needed for a bonus. X stands for your number of bonuses. And this number stands for your number of screens completed. Alright? Now, they ask us to solve the equation. Okay, no problem. Here's my equation right here. 8x equals 96. Let's solve the equation, okay? What would I put in here? 12, right? 8 times 12 is 96. So my answer is 12. Now what does X stand for? Number of bonuses. So when I solve this equation, I'm saying that I have 12 what? 12 bonuses. Okay? And that's it, guys. So here, we're learning to look at a model, a situation, an equation, and understand what each part of the equation stands for. Okay? And that's it, guys. I hope this video has been a help to you guys. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to call or email.